I got Mikey with me for sure.
I had some shit that I like. 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 I had some.
Greetings, and salutations, everybody. Welcome to the Logic Lounge with Fleezy Jones, episode 6. Made it to 6, first year, already at 6. Loving that. Brought to you by none other than Block Legend 7. If you ain't grabbed this yet, I'm gonna need you to reach out to Block, man. Find out the details. But like I say, welcome. Hope everybody had an awesome holidays, safe, warm holidays, because it's been kind of crazy here in the Midwest. But yeah, man, we're at episode 6. Last episode of the year of 2022. Gotta say, I'm excited, grateful, everything you could think of with having a situation like this. So, of course, with the last show of the year, I had to make it interesting, man. I've had some heavy hitters come and lounge with me here. I had to find a way to top it, even though it might not necessarily be a top thing. We want to keep it on the same frequency. So, of course, brings me to my guest today that's going to end the show off with me. I call her Double M, but she is Naommi with 2Ms, coming from Edmond, Oklahoma. She is a pop artist, young lady, awesome spirit, awesome soul. Grind is absolutely crazy. Not only is she a pop artist, she actually, sells hair extensions, makeup, skincare. She's been doing that for about 2 years. And as I said, as a pop artist, numbers are going up quickly, and literally, she's only been in the game for a year and a half as far as music go. 2 years with her business, but only a year and a half, and I'm talking 18,000 followers on IG alone, TikTok going crazy, Spotify going crazy. She had her first song last Valentines Day called Take Off. And that bad fella hit almost 48,000 streams on Spotify. Then she goes into her second song, which was released here in July, and that bad fella's already at 95,000 on Spotify. So that's absolutely amazing. She has a mixtape that is dropping in February. I'm looking forward to that. So I definitely wanted to get her here and pick her brain, have her come and lounge with your boy Fleezy Jones. And looks like she's definitely just got in the building. So of course, I won't waste no time. I'm gonna bring her up. See here, ladies and gentlemen. So por favor. Had to drink to that.
It's Naommi with 2Ms. You know I'm how to say who them.
What's up, Double M?
Hey,
What's going on?
Fleezy. Sorry, I'm rush at 7 o'clock comes faster than you know it.
Yeah, well, I have to thank you first and foremost for even taking the time to come and lounge with me. I'm definitely grateful for that.
Of
I know
course. I
you're
mean, you ask
extremely
you. Of course, anything you ask for, I got you.
busy. Y'all be making Fleazy feel some type of special, man, and I'm definitely grateful for that. But as I said, man, hopefully your holidays. How were your holidays first and foremost?
Oh, great. Well, decent, I should say. I'm happy that it's over, but also I have to say rest in peace to my Aunt Bobby who passed away on Christmas Day. It's my
Oh,
grandma. It was my grandma's only living sister, and her oldest sister too. So rest in peace to her. We'll be having the funeral next Tuesday. So
my
yeah,
condolences.
thank
Definitely.
you.
I'm sorry. That's
So like she lived a
absolutely.
great life, 84. If I hope I make it to 84. So
That's
thank you, Valerie.
That's so dope to even have that spirit, even dealing with something as harsh as that. So another notch that you have. So, before you came in, I was just telling the people, how amazed I am with uh, the accolades that you have, and with only doing music for a year and a half. I was explaining to them the numbers you got, how the streams are going crazy. That's absolutely amazing. And what popped out to me, because you already know, personally gotta go. That's my joint. So I always make fun with the gotta go. You know what I mean?
It's
So
everyone's favorite song, I swear.
yeah, it's banging and it's steady growing. It's absolutely growing. So that stuck out to me. A year and a half, and you've been doing your business as far as hair extensions, the facial care and makeup for 2 years.
Yeah.
So how did Double M land into the world of music?
Well, so I've always loved music. It's always been like a passion for me. I always listen to my mom or, everyone else, like go to school, get a good job, do all of that. And I did all of that, but I'm like, okay, so now it's time for, and I even had children, so I'm like, okay, now it's time for me. Let me, do what I want to do, which is music. And so that's how I came into recording. But like, I've always like freestyled and stuff, just acting up with my cousins, and things. But yeah, I started recording a year and a half ago, which I cannot believe it's been that long.
With the numbers you have, that it is unbelievable, but it's dope at the same time. Like I say, it's even different because you being from Edmond, Oklahoma, I personally don't hear about many artists that come out of there. So that alone pokes out to me that you come from there, and like the numbers are going crazy. And like I say, it's literally just gonna keep going. I already know that for you because you have a grind out this work.
Thank you.
Now, actually piggybacking off that, you mentioned that you had children, and for the people that don't know, this young lady is a mother of triplets, 3 beautiful young girls, which lead me to like, I'm sorry, how do you juggle music and a business with 3 babies?
I know it's honestly it's a lot, but I'm not diagnosed with ADHD, but I feel like I probably have it or something. And so my attention span is very short with things. So if I do multiple things at one time, I'm more productive than like focusing on one thing because I just can't do it.
Yeah.
Do you mind pinning my comment, Fleezy?
Hey, how do I get you to do it? What you need me to do?
So the comment I put, can you tap it and then hit pin comment? And also everybody share the live, please. This is like one of my first interviews, and like I love Fleezy to death, and I really want everyone to see this. He's an amazing artist, first off, and he does amazing interviews. If this is your first time tapping in, please make sure you tap in. You do this every week at 7 o'clock on Wednesday.
That's right. That's right. You already know. Well, we already penned that. Definitely. So, as you said, so that's interesting, right? So then that kind of means, in a way, having triplets helps you move more in a way. Because you say if you like idle and you only have maybe 1 or 2 things going on, you tend to, branch off.
Yeah, I slack off or I get distracted. But then if I'm like, okay, you have an hour and a half to spend on this task and 30 minutes to spend on this, I put a timer in my phone, so I literally stick to like a schedule. And I mean, for the most part, that works for me. So, if anyone in the live is having organizational problems, I say put alarms in your phone and only spend so much time on things. That's really helped me. But yes, having the girls, I feel like has helped me focus and be more driven as far as like elevating myself. Because like before the girls, I really felt like I didn't just really have like a purpose, and I was fearless, and doing crazy things and being crazy or whatever, just reckless, just because I didn't have a fear. But now I have 3 beautiful girls to think about, and it's really grounding me. In which I'm like, I tell everyone that doesn't have children, I'm like, you can go harder. Don't sleep 8 hours because you don't need it. Like, I don't sleep 8 hours. Like, if I have kids, if I didn't have kids, I could be doing this, this, and that with all of this, you know, that I'm doing. But you don't even realize what your body or your mind is capable of until you're just in that position. Everyone's like, oh, I bet it's so hard raising triplets. And I'm like, well, I feel like it's hard raising any kids, you know. But, you know, if anything, the girls have just motivated me to keep going and excel in life.
That is so dope. That is so dope. So the business, please don't hit me in the face. It is My Teresa Beauty, right?
No, it's my Tracé. So it's gonna be a great day because I'm rocking my Tracé. It's top of the line hair extensions, makeup and skincare products. You guys tap in with my Tracé Beauty. I should have put that in my pinned comment. And if you want to go to my bio, it's tagged on there. So it says I'm a brand ambassador for my Tracé Beauty. But yes, that's what pays the bills. That's what pays for this music stuff. Yeah, and I would appreciate y'all business. So send us a message. I have 2 live agents on 24/7. So y'all make sure y'all, if you have any questions or anything, just send a DM.
Yeah, please do reach out. She has some dope stuff, man. So how did that happen? How did that business come about?
So when the pandemic happened, I got furloughed like everyone else. I was bartending and I still bartend, but at that time, you know, we were on lockdown and I'm like, well, bills are still due. So what can I do? You know, and I wear hair. I've been wearing hair extensions for a long time. So I'm very experienced with it and everything. And I mean, it's always been like a thought to sell hair. I actually tried to team up with like some of my friends, longtime friends, and we tested a lot of products and things. You know, we just ended up not doing business together, you know, nothing bad or anything. It just didn't happen. But I'm like, I can do this, you know, like, and so I got back to testing, and it's just like how things work, because this man who used to sell me hair back when I was in college and I was like just selling hair, you know, just to get a little money or whatever, he actually flew in to Oklahoma and went to WinStar Casino, which is the biggest casino in the world. And it's on the borderline, it's on the Texas borderline, but it's technically in Oklahoma. But he came with his daughter, and I ended up talking to her, and he said, hey, she's really taking over this hair stuff. You know, I don't really do it. I've taken a step back. So we started talking, and I noticed her hair. I was like, okay, you know, the hair she was wearing. And so I said, send me a pack, sis. And she sent me the pack, and I loved it. And I was just like, okay, this is where I can make money. And I'm thankful for everyone in Oklahoma because, you know, it started off as a local thing, but now I ship internationally. And I have a website coming. But I'm thankful for all the local people that, you know, just helped me keep going, because the pandemic was a tough time for anyone. And, you know, I mean, we technically are still in a pandemic, but, you know, we outside.
We outside.
Hey, JC.
We are definitely out here.
But yeah.
Well, that's interesting, man, because, you know, that's a harsh business. You know what I mean? First of all, anything dealing with, like, public can be harsh, right? But luckily, like I say, the type of person that you are, it kind of works for you. But it also leads me to another question. And of course, there's never any offense by anything I ask you.
Oh, no, none taken. And I take constructive criticism well. And I was in the Navy, so you ain't telling me nothing I ain't heard before.
Oh, okay. Well, then I'll get right into it, right? All right. Mother of triplets. Has a booming business, 2 years, year and a half in music. Let's keep it a buck. Sex sales, right? Mm-hmm. What are some of the struggles you deal with because you're absolutely drop dead gorgeous, right?
Thank you.
No problem. I give credit where it's due. How, like, I want to know, what are some of the struggles you deal with, right? Like empty promises, things like that.
Oh, my God.
What are some of the things that you deal with being that gorgeous and trying to be taken serious in that type of field?
No, okay. First off, that's a great question. And you know, and I say it humbly and things. Thank you, you know, for telling me I'm beautiful, and I know that I am. You know, and that's a really good question. I've been told. I mean, y'all, I've been so many dreams have been just told to me, you know,
Yeah.
just everything. Or, you know, they'll approach me like they're talking business, but really they want other things, you know, they just want sex or whatever, you know, and it's really annoying, honestly, because I'm very business oriented. And Fleezy, you know me, you know, just like off of the things that we've talked about and done, you know, like we just get to it, you know, and things like it's nothing. But it's funny because me as a woman, I kind of want that person to be somewhat attracted to me, because then if they care, I guess a genuine person, if they care, I kind of want them to be attracted to me, because then they're like, oh, I care about her. I don't want this and that to happen to her.
Yeah.
And, you know, like they'll check some stuff quick or whatever, you know, they'll be about like their business, you know, but I can't stand when somebody, you know, approaches me like with one thing and then really just saying something else, like ulterior motives, all of that. I just can't. I can't. I can't stand it, Fleezy. It's annoying. Like, so if you're doing that to females and you're watching this, you please just keep it real. Like, that's all. Like, just keep it real. And if somebody says like no thank you, or they next you, like, don't take it to heart, man. Just keep it going. There's plenty fish in here. Just keep swimming, man. Keep swimming.
That's facts. That's pure facts. Because it's funny, like I say, with the whole sex sales thing, I that's one of the first things that I thought about when I first met you, like seeing how driven you were and serious about what you do. I'm like, you know, we come from urban areas, so we already know how it goes. So I'm like, wow, I wonder if she gets that. Like, have you ever been like screwed out of something like music, a show, because somebody realized, oh well, I'm not getting the cookies. Well, that's not what it's gonna be.
Oh,
What was
definitely.
that like?
Definitely. Oh my God, definitely. I was supposed to like go on tour with these people, and that one thing led to, and they're telling me how much it's gonna cost for me, which I'm like, what? I gotta pay to be on the tour and still pay for my travel and things. I'm like, this is crazy, you know. And they like, well, I'll waive all of that if, you know, one night, 2 nights. I'm like, what? Excuse me, like, you supposed to be like the head person of this, you know, and you talking business and you just immediately go to that. I was just like, you know, I don't want to do that. And they were like, oh well, you can forget it then. I said, well, forget it. Like, I don't know what to say. Like,
and you know what? What's interesting about that too, Double M, is I'm sure a lot of people don't know, because, you know, judging books by the covers, you'll make a fool of yourself most time.
Yeah.
And if y'all don't know this, see, I know Double M, she could tussle with the best of them. I guess they would call them tomboys back in the day.
Definitely am still a tomboy.
Yeah. And so it's kind of crazy because, you know, I like how you're able to share that with me and not have the full emotional factor behind it, because usually that crushes women.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Well, and it can hurt your feelings, you know, but I've seen, like you said, I've been doing this for 1.5 years now, and I've seen enough. Like, I think Black Legend, shout out to Black Legend 7. Black Legend 7, put some respect on his name and talk to him nice.
Or don't talk to him at all.
Yeah, and y'all make sure to buy that hand sanitizer. You know, it's the special Black Legend 7 hand sanitizer. If you don't know, now you know. Tap in. But commercial over. But Black personally knows, excuse me, he personally knows, like, about some crazy stuff that, like, I literally went through, like, and he you know, he just reminds me, like, don't go crazy on the people. They're not even worth it, you know what I'm saying? And he was like, that time gonna come, you gonna be on that stage and they gonna pull up, want to, you know, deal with everybody that's in the building, but they rocking with you so hard, you just call them out right there, like, hell no, we not messing with them, you know, and they gotta go about their business, like, you know, and he keeps me grounded, and I'm very thankful for him. I consider him my main advisor, like, with anything, you know, and I told him I owe him so much, like, I owe him so much, just because he's helped me skip over so many steps, or I can send him somebody's profile and maybe even send him a conversation they're saying, like, he's like, that's bullshit, or hell yeah, go talk to them, or just see what it's about, you know, like, and it's just some honest stuff. It's not like him trying to run, you know, like control anything or anything. He's just being honest. Like, so I really appreciate him for that. Wait, I'm getting off subject, I think.
Man, hey, listen, this is about you. That's the point of this lounge. I don't mind. I know how to reel it back in if it's like that.
Right, because I'm
fine. By all means, that's what the lounge is about.
Yeah, no, but what was the question again?
So what I was saying was, with the, you don't have the emotional aspect of it.
Oh, there
where
we go.
It hurts most women, right? And because of your upbringing, you know, I was just really, it wasn't more so of a question, just having you elaborate on how you deal with it and how you're able to be like, yeah, this dude tried to, you know what I'm saying, get with me. And man, I pretty much went, you know.
Okay, well, first off, the first thing that we can always say is we know somebody, everybody can pick one example of somebody overreacting and missing an opportunity because they're so focused on the bad that happened to them that they just, literally annihilated anything that could have happened for them, you know, and so, you know, dwelling on things is just like the worst thing to do. You got to keep moving, you know, but I think I really can give my mom her props on that. Like, she's very business professional, and I think she just helped me deal with things like, and I don't know, it's really hard to explain. Like, my mom, people will throw dirt at her and she'll build flowers on that. You know what I'm saying? She'll use it for soil to build flowers, and then they hate it even more, you know. But I appreciate her because she's such a lady, like, and she just how she carries herself, like, it's just amazing. And I really feel like she helped me do that. And honestly, having the triplets, it helped me gain so much patience with things. Like, nothing phases me. And I also have a twin brother who was the biggest pest in my life growing up. So, you know, I actually learned how to ignore people early on. This boy could be talking to me and it wasn't even phasing me, you know. So, and that's literally how I treat people. Like, it's like almost talking to a brick wall. You know, I could be staring at you, nodding my head, everything, and I'm just not even grasping anything that you're saying, like, because it's BS, you know.
Yeah.
And you know, you get those people that you try to be shady and stuff, but I just check that stuff off. I might write their name down because Instagram or the music industry or just the world, it's just a small world with anything. Like, you just never know what situations you're in, you know. And we don't know about her life.
Hey, this block, you read it.
Please don't ask. No, but yes, I feel like all women, you know, yes, we're gonna deal with some BS, but you know, that's a part of being a woman. And men deal with BS too, you know, but I'm speaking on a woman's, you know, perspective. But we're all gonna deal with BS in life. It's just how we take it, and we cannot allow that shit. We cannot dwell on that shit to the point where we're not elevating or, you know, getting our blessings. Like, some people are literally blocking their blessings because they dwell on shit. So yeah, don't dwell on it. Just check it out.
So then how do you know to separate the attention? Get what I'm
separate
saying?
the attention?
Like the attention, because you get a lot of attention. Like I said, still going back to the sex sales portion, I understand the ignoring part, right? Which is good, because that's a second nature thing that you have, where you don't look a certain way, because you know people feed on that.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
how do you fully deal with the attention? Like, let's say performances, right? You get on stage and you already know you're dressed to impress everywhere you go. That's just what you do naturally.
Thank you.
So how do you more so deal with that? Are you able to decipher where a person is like, yo, I'm feeling her as an artist? Or do you know that they're feeling you that type of way? Like, and how do you deal with that?
Dang, that's a great question. It's funny because I ran into that too. Hopefully they're not watching the live. I'm not gonna say the name, but
okay.
The first time we met, I didn't know that we met. They saw me performing on stage, and they didn't know I was performing because, you know, I worked the room before I got on stage. I introduced myself to everyone, and anyway, but yeah, so later on, you know, I'm like, oh, this is somebody I probably need to be like working with, you know, like, because they're doing things, like, I won't get into detail or whatever. So, you know, I was like, okay, let's have lunch, you know, like, what's up? So went to lunch, and like when the bill came, I, like, you know, we talk business and stuff, but when the bill came, I just grabbed the check because that's just what I do. Like, it's business, you know. This isn't a date, you know what I'm saying? And even if it's a date, women, you can pay the bill sometimes. I'm gonna get attacked for that, but you can pay the bill sometimes, sis. But that was like a business thing. At least I thought it was a business thing, but he thought it was a date. So I had paid the tab, and he was like, nobody's ever done that for me. And it was like, it went from like, he thought he was gonna kind of talk business to like, oh, I'm trying to like be in a relationship. And I'm like, hold on, whoa. You know, I'm like, okay. I said, you like me, cool. I was like, you seem cool too, but like, let's get this bag. Like, because when you like put relationships into business, it just does not work. You know what I'm saying? Like, stuff ends badly. Like, and anybody in this live can speak on that. But so I don't know. I just try to still go back to business. I don't know.
Don't be, listen, you are in the lounge. No need to
we in the lounge. Look, let me hit.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, do what you need to do to chill. So now I have to. I got to ask, because we're still on the antenna, right? So I won't go too specific, but you know what? I got to, Double M. Beat me up later. I want to know. I skip the love life part. Let's say you had a special, significant other, right? What is that like for that person with what you do? Have you dealt with that as far as having a significant
I actually have,
other?
yeah. I have. So, not getting out of my business too much, you know, I still consider myself single, but, you know, I do have a children's father, and he does sometimes, he helps me with my music, like, he'll pay for studio time sometime or whatever, you know. And I'm like, cool, you know, thank you, because if it wasn't that, it would be the hair paying for it. Cool.
Absolutely.
So he got love for me. He is a true fan, you know. He support the hell out of me, you know, and I greatly appreciate that too. But and then you know, I talk to a few people, you know. I'm still single, like I said. I'm just dating. So
you're just schmingling.
I'm just schmingling around, you know. So the starlight, literally, with my kid's dad, I don't think he don't like it, you know, like, he want me for him, and I'm like, no, that don't work, and that's why we don't work, you know, because I'm a very free spirit. I'm an Aries. This shit can get scary.
Everything. You know, we wanted the same with that.
And so, you know, you gotta let me be, you know, and it just don't work. So yes, I've dealt with them problems, but it was funny. I was actually on this date with this guy. It was the first date, and I ain't gonna tell y'all where I met him, but just know he was the bag sus. But he was cool people, right?
Yeah.
And I swear, like, I think this was like the first night where I was like, oh my God, my city is really starting to know who I am, because when I tell y'all, everywhere we went, like, it was somebody like, hey, there go Naommi. Oh, what's up, Liz? Can I take a picture? Blah, blah, blah. When he's normally used to, like I said, he's the best. So, you know, people with money, you know how he is, right? So, yeah. But he did not like that. And he told me that. He was like, I don't like that you get more attention than me, and da-da-da. And I was just like, this isn't going to work then, because I can't stop what I'm doing. Like, this is, you know what I'm saying? This is the point of this. Like, what do you mean? So, you know, I was like, well, let's just be friends or whatever. And I mean, we haven't talked since then. So,
oh, wow.
But that's okay. He still be watching my story.
Right. You know they're going to learn. That's what
they still be watching. Yeah. They keep hating, but still watching. Yeah.
So
Somebody on their
Oklahoma,
backup page right now, they've been watching the whole live.
look, they probably set up a whole new one just to be a
Just to
mystery. Like
like,
I've
it's
been
okay,
down
like,
that
sis.
road.
I see
Yeah.
you watching. I see you watching.
I see it.
I'm gonna give you
So
something to watch. I would say,
exactly.
look, Black had asked them some questions. I would have said answer one of these.
Go ahead, roll right
Okay.
quick.
So he asked two questions. He said, does she have a problem with people in the industry taking her serious? And oh my God, yes, I have had a problem with it. I won't speak on it because, Black told me don't be calling out names. I'm like a problematic artist. But, when that time comes, it's going to come, but people be trying to play with you when you're a new artist. And you don't just fully know everything. And, I'll be honest with people. Yeah, I've gotten finesse before, like, people telling me they're going to do this and that for me. And, money was sent and they didn't do what they said that they were going to do, So it took a lot of me, like, to not react how the old me would act,
Yeah.
I have to act like, I am a mother and, I'm older now, and everything. So, it's time to be a grown adult about things. But Black held me, he walked me down on that ledge. And shout out to Joe Bones, Free Joe Bones. He also helped with that situation too. But if anything with that, like I said, I'll probably speak on it later. It was just me learning. Like, first off, that there's people that really ride for me. Like, they're here, and that shit feels amazing. When you got people that's locked in with you. They don't care what it is. They gonna scream she innocent. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, that stuff matters.
All day.
And then number two, you cannot talk to anybody. Like, and that taught me preliminary questions I need to ask. What do you want? Okay, you tell me you can do all of this. Do you have results of this? What do you want out of it? Like, just asking things, instead of just being like, oh, okay, you say you can do that. Oh, he said he can do that. Like, no, because that shit, that yappers get to yapping and like.
Yeah. No doubt. No doubt. And like I say, it's coming at you really fast, man. So, like you say, you're almost at 100K. We gotta go. Like, and that's gotta feel great. Because, like I
Fleezy,
said,
you're lazy.
I'm just saying, you're literally a year and a half in. There are people that has worked years to get 50K, and here you are approaching 100. So that's major. You know what I mean? That's absolutely major. So that leads me, and actually my brother just put it in there, which I was thinking too. What message would you give to up and coming artists that are dealing with the same thing, that may not have the same issues you have or dealt with, but what would you give? What type of advice would you give those people?
I say for anyone starting, quality over quantity. So, and that goes for who's in your network, your music, how it sounds, all of that. What you saying, all of that. And I really feel like people have to take their music seriously, because the type of music you put out can attract different crowds. And what kind of crowd do you?
They was on you.
But and I will also tell anyone starting, you gotta build your network. Oh my God. Shout out to Instagram Live. The algorithm really messing with all of us, and they want us to pay money to be seen. That's cool, but I appreciate Instagram Live, because if it wasn't for Instagram Live, I wouldn't have the circle I have, which you're a part of that circle. Fleezy Black is a part of that circle. We've met on Instagram, so I'm thankful for Instagram, because it's helped me be here at home with my children, nurturing my children, and I don't have to be outside. I'm outside through this phone, like, I have access to the world right here, so hey Kalea. But what's another thing? Oh, money. This shit costs money, man. This shit costs money. And if you're not ready to put money in, your own money in, you can't expect other people to put their own money in. This shit costs money. Okay, in that year and a half, yes, please send the live out. Y'all send the live out. Love you too. In the year and a half, I know I've put in a few $1,000s, okay? And I ain't even done that. I still don't have no damn music video out, y'all. I still ain't spent no money on that music video. So that should just tell you.
Yeah.
But money. So if you don't have the money, go get the bag, go work. I work my ass off, y'all. I work like this. This is like, you know, what some people would consider a hobby. I want it to be my full-time thing, but that takes work. That takes money. That takes dedication. You gotta be like tunnel vision, eyes on the prize, you know, like, and yeah, and like I said, oh, and get friendly with the nerds. They be knowing about all this shit. They be knowing about all this shit, okay?
That's facts. That's facts. Well, thank you. For those just coming in, welcome to the Logic Lounge with Fleezy Jones. We are sitting here with the lovely Double M right now, having a lovely chat. And of course, as always, this has been brought to you by Block Legend 7. Get in that man's DM and ask some questions, man. So now, going back, right? We got all this attention. We got these numbers growing. Guess who else is growing? Those 3 girls.
Yes.
What do you do? Or what's a better question? How do you protect the image that they see of mom and separate it?
Yeah, no, that's a good question, because especially like on live, you know, they 9 times out of 10, except for tonight, like, they are in the next room over, you know. So I if I'm too loud, or, you know, I could be just having fun on live. You know, people be going deep and stuff, but, you know, I'll be dancing with them or whatever. You know, I don't want them watching. I don't want them walking in. But they know their mind. They know we have fun, because we have dance battles and stuff. You know, we Beyonce all the way up here. Their most addicting song right now that they keep reciting is "I'm a diva." They say, "Mama, can you play of a hustler?" I need to record that, because that shit's gonna go viral. But they be doing the dance with her and everything. But and I feel like I'm not trying to shut them out of like my music. Like, I want them to embrace it. They've heard more songs than anyone else, you know. And if they like that song, I'm like, okay, that song, you know, we can work with. If they don't like it, I'm like, I'm not gonna push it, you know, because I feel like kids, like, you gotta get their approval with things. Like, even if it's like songs that they really shouldn't be listening to or whatever, like, if a kid, you know, if they feel it's catchy, then you know you got the one, you know. So they're my testers. They listen to all my stuff, you know. Now if I'm talking explicit, they don't really listen to that, but they do know "Gotta Go." That's all they know of that song. But,
okay.
But
yeah, look, you see y'all look, okay.
Yes, but I'm not trying to hide them from the world, you know. Not that I'm trying to fully expose them either, you know, but eventually I want them to be in, you know, the entertainment business. They keep telling me, you know, they want to model, they want to be actresses, they want to do all of that. And I'm like, we can do all of that, you know. I'm not trying to hide them from me, because this is the world that we're in. Don't hide your kids, you know. But I guess have appropriateness of like how you like introduce them to things, like how you approach things. Just be appropriate about it, like age appropriate. Yeah.
So to piggyback, you're okay with, let's say, 1 out of the 3. Mom, I want to dance in videos. You're okay with that? Because as you say, you don't hide them from the world, and that can be very important. Because the world is crazy, as we know, and it's getting crazier.
The world is crazy.
So yeah, it's absolutely crazy. So you mentioned you want them in the entertainment field with that. That's interesting. So yeah, you already have in your mind you're okay with, if they take to this, that you're going to support them. Is that what you're saying?
No, I support anything they do, you know. But I always tell them, education is first, like, cause your mom, your grandma, which is my mom, and her mom, which is their great grandma, we're all educated. You know what I'm saying? And you know, not just educated book wise. You know, you have to like have just awareness and conscious thought of things, and my intuition is everything. And you know, that came from learning from my mom. Like, I mean, my mom can literally, like, you don't even have to say anything to her, she can look at you and immediately just, you know if you somebody that she should be around, or you somebody that she shouldn't be around. So you know, I feel like, and I feel like that comes with just experiences and learning and things, you know. So I wouldn't be against, you know, whatever they want to do, you know, but I will tell them that stuff, you know, you do have priorities to take care of.
Okay. Now,
Yep.
does the father feel the same way with you?
Come on now, please.
I'm just saying, because these are real struggles. Like,
yeah, no, he don't want the dancing when we be doing Beyonce. He does not like that. So my girls, you've seen them. They have really long hair. You know, one of them just got scissor happy and cut all her sister's hair off. So he cut everybody's hair off. So now they don't. Now they have little bitty frows and like they're babies again. You know. But he was like, yeah, this gonna humble them a little. he said this gonna humble them a little bit. And I'm like, because I was in my feelings. Like, this literally just happened like days before Christmas. So, but and maybe that's what they need, you know. He don't want no fast little girls, you know, and that's cool. Like, I feel like even me, you know, I wasn't a fast girl, you know. I was a tomboy, and I don't know. I raised my girls to be tomboys because my mom was a tomboy. I don't know. One of them was a really girly girl, but she's still a tomboy. So I don't know, Fleezy. We'll see. I guess we'll see. We'll see. Please don't do no crazy stuff.
Right, that we definitely will, because it's three of them, and understand those are three different shades of you.
Yeah.
You know, those are the three different shades of you, and you're not sure of which shade is which. You know what I mean? And that can come out because what you feel today, you might not feel tomorrow.
Yeah.
So that's just something I wanted, you know, to pick your brain on. But now, man,
Black ass, who am I influenced by? And I just wanted to let this, you know, put that out there. So my main favorite artist of all time is the great Prince. And Blondie, Outkast, Beyonce, Tinashe, and Nicki Minaj.
How did I know that was coming? How did I know that was coming?
Those are my influences. He asked something else too. I was like, "Ooh, that's a good question too." She right in the neighborhood watching those kids. She know it. Gotta go. But here we go. Have you been making money off your music? Yes. Thank you. I'm so thankful to the great Black Legend 7, because my first or second month on this live back in January, he was telling me how I need to monetize off my music, okay? So if you're not on things, I'm not giving you the sauce. You need to hit up Black Legend 7, pay that advisory fee, and get the juice. But yes, I am making money off of my music and my Instagram. So, and that's really helped, you know, go back to the music, because, you know, eventually the hair won't pay for the music. The music will pay for the music.
That's right.
You know, so.
That's right. That's the point, to get it and flip it and let it keep regenerating. So we got a project coming out in February. Tell me about that.
Yes. So the great Fleezy Jones and the awesome young ING official hit me up and said, you know, they want to collab on something. And I'm not gonna lie, y'all, you know, we did our thing. Like, I really like that track. You know, I got in my feelings, you know, and
yes,
I I think that was the first time I really expressed myself in that light. And you know, so I had to take it back, way back, you know, to when I was like in heartache, you know, and I don't have a heart anymore. No, I'm just kidding. It's dark like the clothes I wear. No,
you heard it here first.
No, but I still have my heart. But I had to go back to the breakup days, and I said, you know, what can I write? Because I mean, you did your shit, please. I said, oh, no. And I'm sorry it took me so long, you know, but it takes me forever because I write my music, you know, I'm not really a freestyler. Like, I write my music and I scratch out and I rip pages and I mean, I go through notebooks on notebooks, like, of just stuff, you know, but I hope you liked it. I really do.
No, it's absolutely awesome, but that's what makes me wonder, what project are we getting from Double M? Are we getting an album?
We're getting a mixtape.
Okay. Okay.
Album, I'm in album mode right now, but I have 2 mixtapes completed. I just want to finish my album a little bit more before I release anything, but I feel like we'll get to the 100,000 streams by February, and yeah. So the mixtape is called Energy, because, you know, good energy, yeah, that's all the time. When I pass by, they say, damn, she's fine. Confidence high, because I know I'm bomb. I got to stay humble, because karma will come. It might come quick, then soon be gone. Not seeing anybody, better leave me alone. When I sit it up straight, I'm going to set the time. Come up. But, yeah.
That's energy.
It's called Energy, y'all, because, you know, that's what we do. What's up, Fluff? Shout out to Fluff. Shout out to Melly. But, yeah, that's what we do. So, yeah, it's called Energy, and it's releasing in February. I don't have an exact date yet, but I think you guys are going to love it. Okay. And the reason it's releasing in February is because that it will be the year anniversary of Takeoff, my first single being released. And it was released on Valentine's Day this year. So.
Okay. So when did you decide that you were a pop artist?
I think I think I've always been a pop artist, just off of my influence. Everyone I named, they all have done pop, you know, at least at one point in their career. And it's funny because when people are like, oh, what kind of artist are you? Like, I never just want to say a genre because, you know, I'm trying to tap into everything, you know, like my album's going to be on some like alternative shit. I'm going to be like, okay, it was just like,
so then that's what you are. There. Yeah. Then you would be alternative. Yeah. So, which is dope. That takes a lot of versatility. So that's dope.
I think me and you, Fleezy, like we're versatile artists. Like I don't want to be boxed in because, you know, who's to say I make a song that like is a genre that nobody expected and I blow up in it, you know? Like, yeah. So I don't want to be boxed in. And then, you know, like my favorite artist is Nicki Minaj, and when she went mainstream, she was featuring on everybody's song. It didn't matter. You was hear her on Britney Spears, Gucci Mane, you know, like
that's true.
Like and she was on everyone's thing. And she would snap every time. She did not miss, you know. So it's like, yeah, that's me. That's what I want to be.
Right. So I understand. What was the significance? Because, you know, I'm a land on Gotta Go. But what inspired Takeoff? That's interesting to me.
So Takeoff literally was my first song that I fully wrote myself. I was snowed in at home. This was literally a year ago in December. It was a blizzard. We were snowed in, and it was this beat that just came on, and it was this spaceship, and I'm like, I'm about to take off. You know, this is when I was like, okay, let me start writing songs, you know, and like I just wrote it. Like, and I wrote that whole song in that blizzard. Like, the blizzard, like, we probably stayed in the house for like 5 to 7 days. And I wrote that whole song. And it's funny because I feel like it represents me. Like, it's my first song, but it explains me. Like, I'm about to take off. Like, it's inspiring. You know, I wanted my first song to be impactful, like, because I really care about this shit. Like, I care about this music stuff. I want substance and things. So I wanted my first song to be impactful. And, like, all the feedback I get from Takeoff, I'm so appreciative of, because it's like some people like, hey, I heard your song, I was feeling down. Or, like, one of my close friends at one point, you know, she was just telling me, she was just being honest, like, my grandma used to say, like, I'll never say goodbye. I'll see you later. I'll say I'll see you later. And that was, you know, the last part of my song. And she's like, you just made me think of my grandma. Like that, you know, it made me cry. Like just hearing, like, I don't know. Like, I don't know. Take off was like just an introductory song. And Gotta Go, I got a little, like, I just wanted to give y'all a taste, like, I can switch it up a little bit too, you know, daddy, I can switch it up. Yeah. But I Take Off, it's funny because now I hear Take Off, I'm like, like, because I feel like I've grown so much as an artist, like, and now if I were to record Take Off, it would sound completely different. The delivery and everything would be just like so different. But my mom and everybody's like, no, don't take away from Take Off, because that's where you started, and you know, you gotta keep going.
Hey, I got a second and third that. Like, yo, that's facts. You never want to take away, excuse me, from what got you where you are now. Just learn from it. You know what I mean? And just go into it, because you pretty much told me, I don't even know if you noticed that, how you explained how you came up with Takeoff just literally made me understand why the name of your project is Energy. So if you can't explain it, that means when it hits you, it just hits you.
Yeah. No, seriously. Like, and so, you know, people be like, oh, I'm in a writer's block. I don't even call it a writer's block. It's just not my time right then. But when I'm on, like, I be writing, Fleezy. That's why it might take me sometimes. I'll be like, oh my God, this sounds like shit. Like, and I start overthinking things. But when I'm not overthinking it, I'm chilling. It's on and popping like fireworks, baby.
So, like I said, I gotta back my brother Block on this when he say, and that's something we've actually discussed before. I would actually love to hear a heartfelt type song about you to dig deeper, because you say you're a free spirit, but also there are some things within that free spirit that nobody knows. And one day I hope you tap into that, because that's something Block has, you know, instilled in me to share my story. I've always been a storyteller. I'm just good at
I'm
it.
gonna tell y'all some crazy stuff one day. And you know, it's funny because Block, he's told me that, like, okay, you know, let's tap into something, like, but I really feel like the song with me and you and ING, I really feel like that made me kind of tap into some things, because I got in my feelings. You know, a lot of my songs are upbeat, you know, fun songs, you know, and I'm like, okay. And I mean, I've been through some crazy things, you know, and I can definitely write about it.
Yeah. You'd be surprised at how many people will become attracted just by relating. And like I said, something Block has instilled in me, that paint a picture, and you're very good at that. So with that, man, what are other projects going on? Do we have anything new as far as the beauty products? What's new for 2023 for Double M?
Yeah, so 2023, my skincare and makeup line, we have a whole new catalog, because my skincare and makeup line is powered through Lime Life by Alcon. And here, let's see if I can.
Yeah, bust it out.
This is a Lime Life by Alcon, but you know, we have a whole new catalog. I mean, y'all gotta tap in with my Trace Beauty and hair. I mean, like, I'm as always, like I tell you guys, we offer 16-inch to 40-inch hair, straight wavy, straight body wave or deep wave, either Indian or Brazilian bundles, and then I also offer wigs, frontals, closures, anything you need. 613, holla at me, get at me, let's go, let's get this money.
Do you help the people with the skincare products as well, as far as explanation?
Oh yes. I can do that. And we also have a site that literally each product has like the ultimate descriptions of each thing. It has all the ingredients it's in. It has test trials, reviews, all of that. Like, and that's why I partnered with them, because they made it easy for me. I just have to sell it. You know, these are amazing products. You know, they're vegan products, clean products. You know, so y'all tap in with me. Like, you gonna find out. You gonna mess around and find out.
And you take it serious because they can look at you and tell, like, almost every picture you take is model style. So it's and like I said, I'm not trying to toot your horn. It's just, you know, that's how I look when I do my homework before my interviews, which I was already easy. It was easy for me because we've been in interaction for a while now. So, but when I noticed that, I'm like, every picture she does, it's almost like you're doing it as if you're modeling. So I say that because that means your business is gonna keep booming. There's no way. The only way it will stop is if you stop.
Yeah.
That is the only way it will stop. So we got that. We got the mixtape coming in February. Is there anything else?
I've been tapping into skits with people. So you might be seeing some skits come out. I don't know. I'm not really an actress or anything. So I try my best.
Yeah.
And then also, I'm about to get back active on TikTok. Let's go! come catch my TikTok, man. I gotta get back on there. It's been months.
Yeah, same here, same here. And the numbers are crazy, people. She's steady growing. Tap in with her. Make sure you tap in with her. So for the final wrap up, man, what do you want to say to the people? We got 4 minutes. That's on you. Tell me, what is a message from Double M to the people? I always got to end it like that on the lounge.
What is a message to people? Trust your instincts at all times. Follow that intuition. Do you have any up and coming shows? Oh, I'm sorry. I don't have any shows booked right now. I'm in the lab, y'all. I'm not gonna lie. I've converted my garage into my little dance studio, you know, and it's cold as hell out here. But you know, I'm putting that work in for y'all. You know, I appreciate all my supporters that have sent me cash apps, messages, send stuff to my P.O. box. I appreciate you guys, like, because that stuff just keeps me going in. It gives me that mental note, like, you better get on it, girl. You know, these people, you know, they're invested in you, you know, so, you know, I want you guys to see that I'm a great investment. So I've been at home, dance studio, turn my garage into a dance studio. I've been doing my own choreography because I can't depend on anybody. That's another thing to learn. Don't depend on nobody. Do it yourself. But and then every day, like, I'm actually like, which artists, we should do this. We should act like we're already signed to a label. Like, labels expect you to put out like 2 songs a day. You know what I'm saying? If you in the booth, they want you to record. And that's what you should do. So I got a little rinky dink set up at my house. And when I you know, get it down, I go to the studio. Shout out to Wardell Wilson. I greatly appreciate everything you do for me, bro. You my bubba for life. And that's my sister's husband, so no. Anyway, but yeah, no, and but shows will be coming. I just need to book some, but I want it to be extravagant. And there's so many people that are like, we ready for another show because I give a show. And you know, I might be trying to come out to Chicago to come see you in Black Fleezy. But that's coming. That's coming. And right. Well, and what Melly said, I'm not saying to try and get signed. I'm saying act as if you are a signed artist to a label, and you know, have that same work ethic as them. You know, and yeah, I'm trying to book more shows, book more interviews. Any other advice? If you're an artist or producer, musician, or whatever. If you want another artist to support you, you have to reciprocate that support. If they feel like they're only liking your stuff, sharing your stuff, opening your messages, you're not opening theirs, you're not sharing anything, you're not commenting or anything, they're gonna stop showing love. Like, and that's just that. Like, you want somebody to think of you when somebody says, dang, I need a such and such artist, and you're that artist, but they're not thinking about you because you're not even showing love back to them, you know, like, and it's just like, it seems like a lot of artists can really be